I was driving back with my translator in a car from a city that we'd visited. It was an industrial city in North Vietnam that had been destroyed. And on the way back, the driver could hear that there were planes coming. I couldn't hear yet, but they said, get out and run. And there are these manholes along the side of the road with kind of straw things that you put over. And a woman, a young girl, grabbed my arm, and she had school books with her, and she pulled me into a hole. I mean, I went in, she pushed me in, and then she jumped in. These are made for one person, and we were like smushed up against each other. She pulled the top over, and the ground started shaking as the bombs fell. I kept thinking, this is not true. This is a dream. This isn't really happening. And when it was over and the bombing stopped, and she took the lid off, and I started to cry, and I said to my translator, I said, tell her, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that we're doing this to your country. You know, she was maybe 15, and she said to me, at least I think she said to me, this came through a translator, don't be sorry. We know why we're fighting. I can't remember her exact words, but it was something like, your soldiers and pilots, they don't know why they are doing this. It's your tragedy in a way, something like that. And it couldn't have been planned. It was just out in the middle of the country. So that really brought me up short. This 15-year-old girl who's saying, no, we know we may lose people and soldiers, but we know why we're fighting. The tragedy is yours because you don't even know why you're fighting. So that's one story that just made me reel. The other is on the day before my last day, the last day being the one where I sat on that anti-aircraft gun, I was asked to look at a production of Arthur Miller's play, All My Sons, performed on a platform outside in Vietnamese. And it's a story about a factory owner who makes parts for bombers. And he has two sons. One of the sons is a pilot, and his son crashes. And the younger son knows that the reason the father has known that his factory was making faulty parts for bombers, and he didn't speak up because he didn't want to lose his government contract, and he's condemned by his younger son. So, okay, I see this play. I'm sitting next to the director. I said, there's a war going on. Why are you taking this? It was being toured through villages that had just been bombed.
Of North Vietnam.
North Vietnam villages that were being bombed, and they're taking this play by Arthur Miller. I said, why? And he said, we are a tiny country. One day we will have to be friends with you. Our people have to understand that there are bad Americans and there are good Americans.